What is that?
Bonjour, welcome to this course, and in this course we are going to talk about the different verb groups. Which groups do the verb belong to? Especially when conjugating in present tense, you need to know which group the verbs belong to so that you're able to conjugate because we have the regular verbs and the irregular verbs. Now here with me I have a list of verbs, and we're going to try and figure out, are they regular or irregular, and then we're going to group them so that when we go to conjugation, we know that regular verbs follow a particular pattern while irregular verbs do not follow any particular pattern, and you have to memorize them. Now, I'm just going to read a few of these verbs. We have a verb like agir, entendre, chanter, apprendre, aller, rendre, avoir, savoir, punir, pouvoir, attendre, avoir, commencer, grandir, écrire, among others. Now, so to be able to conjugate these verbs, we need to group them whether they are regular or irregular. So to help me group the verbs, I'm going to make use of a mind map. There's my mind map at the very top. I'm just going to write le verb, which basically means the verbs, and I'm going to make that larger. I want to make the font a little bit large. And there you go. Ce sont les verbes. And yeah. I want to delete this. And I want to delete this. I'm deleting this because we only have two categories of verbs while conjugating. So they're either regular or irregular. Now I'm remaining with two. So on this side, I'm going to have les verbes réguliers, c'est-à-dire regular verbs, les verbes réguliers, and I highlight that so that it becomes, make it bigger. Les verbes réguliers. And on this other side, I'm going to have les verbes irréguliers, which basically means the irregular verbs. And I'm going to highlight that. Yes. So there we go. We have les verbes réguliers et les verbes irréguliers. So regular verbs and irregular verbs. So before you have to you start conjugating, you have to realize we only have two category of verbs. They're either regular or irregular. So you need to know where the the verb belongs to. Now, under les verbes réguliers, the verbs again are divided into three. On a les verbes qui se terminent par ER. So we're going to add, we have three groups again under here, and we have les verbes qui se terminent en ER, which basically means ER verbs. Ça, c'est premier group, that will be our first group. Les verbes qui se terminent en ER. Deuxième groupe, on a les verbes qui se terminent en IR, verbs that end in IR, which become the second group. Un troisième groupe, on a les verbes qui se terminent en RO, RE verbs. I'm going to make them bigger. So here too, deuxième groupe. Voilà. Ok. So là, on a trois groupes. We have the three groups. So we have les verbes et puis on a les verbes réguliers et les verbes irréguliers. Now I'm going to start grouping the verbs. So under irregular verbs, we don't have any other group. We just have irregular verbs. So we have the verb travailler. The verb travailler is an ER verb. So we are going to put it under the verb qui se termine en ER. And then we have apprendre, c'est irrégulière, which means to learn. Rester, it's ending in ER, alors c'est un verbe en ER. Rendre est un verbe en RO. Rendre is an RE verb. Rendre. So I'm going to put rendre là-bas. Savoir is irregular, so savoir will go there. Chanter is regular because it's ending ER. Commencer ends in ER, so it's going to go there. Vouloir is irregular, so it's going to go under le verbe irrégulière. I need to put an accent on the E. Le verbe irrégulière. Okay, and then we have choisir. Choisir is an REIR verb because it ends in IR, a regular IR verb. Dormir is irregular. Pouvoir is irregular. Aller is irregular. And then we have entendre, which means to hear, is an RE verb. Prendre is irregular. Agir is a regular IR verb. Avoir is irregular. Dire is irregular, which means to say. Punir is a regular IR verb. Grandir is a regular IR verb. Attendre is a regular RE verb. Écrire is irregular. Être is irregular. Danser, can you guess where it goes? It goes, of course, to the ER verbs, le verbe en ER. Finir is regular IR verb. Voir, I think we had voir. No, okay, we are not placed it. Voir is irrégulière. Reprendre is regular RE verb. And vendre is regular RE verb. Okay, there we go. So we have the RE verbs. Yeah. We have the RE verbs. We have the IR verbs. Okay. So these are regular verbs, les verbes réguliers et les verbes irréguliers. So under regular verbs, you've said we have travailler, rester, chanter, commencer, et danser in this verb. So we have many others that are not here. So all the verbs that end in ER tend to be regular because you're just going to remove the terminaison and then add the endings for ER verbs. And then we have IR verbs. We have choisir, agir, punir, grandir, finir. And then under RE verbs, les verbes en RO, we have rendre, entendre, attendre, répondre, et vendre. Irregular verbs basically means verbs that don't follow any particular pattern. They are conjugated in their own particular way. So to know these verbs, it means you have to memorize. So we have verbs like vouloir, savoir, apprendre, pouvoir, aller, dormir, avoir, voir, être, prendre, écrire. So all these are les verbes irreguliers, and we have others that are not in this list. So these are just examples of these verbs. Merci beaucoup et au revoir.